Alright, I'm back. And we got ourselves my favorite, some Holy Mountain Brewing right here, and this one's called a Visual Field Pale Ale. I have a feeling I've showcased this beer before. Maybe it was a different variant, or maybe it's the same exact beer. Not sure. But I have a feeling the label looks familiar, so I have a feeling I've had this one before. Coming in at 5.7 ABV down here. And hops are Mosaic and Comet. You can see that right there on the side. And that's about all they're going to give us. So let's check her out. A little bit of pine coming off there. Okay. Not so much pine on the palate though. It's a very smooth and juicy pale ale. Looks hazy. Looks hazy to me. It's in a can, but peeping through the hole there, it looks hazy to me. And it's just a very juicy, fruity type experience. Not really hoppy in any way, shape, or form, but it is kind of medium bodied. You know, it does have a lot of flavor. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. So, today I am using a soap that I can't mention and feedback is supposed to be private about. So the focus will not be on the soap, but I can show you what I got here. I'm going to be using my Canadian-made Thirsty Badger shave bowl. There's a good look at the lather right there. And I'm whipping it up today with my Wild West Brushworks Snowdrift handle, which is a very cool handle. It's got some nice depth to it in certain areas. It's just like a white and clear mixture. And then it has just a synthetic boss knot on top, which is fine. It's just a basic bitch synthetic knot at this point. The soap is unscented, and it really does a pretty good job at, once lathered, it does a good job at being pretty neutral. You know, off the soap puck, there was a little bit of base funk, but it wasn't really funky. It just kind of smelled like ingredients, you know what I mean? It just smelled like natural vegetal, oils and such. But, once lathered, it was pretty damn neutral. But we're going to be using some Hendrix Classics and Company Havana Breeze fragrance oil today. And if you don't know, HC&C offers these little, or they hand out these samples when you make an order. From time to time, it comes with a little tiny cute little dropper and fragrance oil inside. And then you can purchase the fragrance oil in different size bottles. And then you could put it in whatever unscented soap or aftershave product, or get creative. You can put that fragrance oil directly on the skin and just use it as, your daily fragrance. But regardless, that is what we will be using today. Some Havana Breeze. And we'll use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We use 5 drops to start off here, and we'll just see how that fragrance comes together. And if it's enough, we'll stop there. And if we want a little bit more, we'll add a little bit more. And so we can kind of tailor the scent strength to our own preferences. And I really don't get fragrance burn or reactions that often. So if I have the opportunity, I'm going to make it bold and banging. And right now, with 5 drops, I would say it's just under medium. So we are not going to play conservative. We're going to do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like a good old Count Chocula on Sesame Street or some shit like that. I don't know where I got that from. But we're going to incorporate some more fragrance oil. We're going up to 10 drops because if I'm going to tailor the shave my way, if I'm going to have it my way, it's going to be bold and bang. Trademark. And that's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we will go from there. I'm not going to use any pre-shave because I do want to take note of the soap's performance. And I'll be giving feedback privately on it. As a matter of fact, just doing a video with it might be pushing it, but I'm not going to speak too much about the soap because it was asked to remain private, so we're going to do that. But the scent here is a very nice scent. I believe Havana Breeze is a tobacco scent, and I didn't look up all the scent notes. Perhaps I should have, but I was just kind of in a rush to get this shave started. I have 2 days of growth. I didn't shave yesterday because it was brewery night, and by the time I got home, I wasn't really in the mood to do a shave. I just kind of showered and went to bed. But today, I do want to get a shave in, and I don't want to sit on this soap sample that I'm supposed to be giving feedback on for too long, but then I don't want to have huge gaps without content on the channel for too long. And so, compromises must be made. And we will walk this delicate line. I will say, soap looks good to me. It lathered up easily, and we will just see how the performance turns out, but so far so good. Absolutely no red flags up to this point. Now that the soap's on the skin, 10 drops. Right now I feel no tingling, no fragrance reaction of any kind at this point. I'm going to be using the Muhle fuck. It has a specialty number, but it's basically the R89 or D89, whatever. God damn it, I am all perplexed in this shave. But you get it. It's one of those basic bitch kind of recommended to newbies but good for everybody type razors. Kind of the generic head style that so many of us are familiar with. And it's got a brand new Wizamet Blade in there. So, let us get this show on the road. I wanted a somewhat, not mild per se, but a somewhat safe autopilot type razor today because I did tear myself up 2 days ago on my last shave. I think I had a lot of irritation that was left over from the shave before that, and then I shaved again the very next day, and then that just turned into a bloodbath. And so giving it a day off probably was for the best. But I also didn't want to come into today's shave with anything too aggressive. So I chose something that's kind of a safe choice. And my favorite blade loaded up in there. The Wizamet is my favorite blade. Used to be the Pole Silvers, but they're no longer in production. And the Wizamet is basically more or less the same thing. So there's that. There is a little bit of kind of rough patches still remaining on my skin, but it's in a lot better shape than it was 2 days ago, so that's good. I think in certain areas I might even do with the grain twice just to play it safe. There's absolutely no reason to keep irritating, the same spots over and over and over. We'll give them some time to heal. Alright, so far so good. The scent is a beautiful tobacco forward scent. It's kind of a sweet tobacco. You know, about 90% of tobacco scents, they have like a cigar type theme on the label, but about 75% of those 90% don't smell anything like cigars whatsoever. But this here is like a sweet tobacco. Very mass appealing, I believe, in my opinion. I think most people can enjoy or find some appreciation for a sweet tobacco scent. And this one here definitely fits that bill. Very mass appealing, crowd pleasing, sweet tobacco. I do think there is like a little bit of citrus, if my nose isn't playing games on me. I think there's a little bit of citrus kind of dancing in and out of that sweet tobacco. It's not overly warm, though I think it can be worn like year-round with ease, even in warmer weather. I don't think this is such a warm scent that it couldn't be pulled off on a hot day. And maybe that little bit of citrus does kind of aid in that. Very good looking, dense, creamy lather here. Promising to whomever might be interested. Very good stuff. And I'm just painting a thin layer on, but no doubt it is good looking stuff. This is the kind of density that I enjoy a lot, and I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit just to kind of get a feel for it. And actually, I might as well just paint a little bit of water on top, just because. What I should have done was added in some more water on this second pass, since that first pass went so well. I should have painted in or mixed in a little bit more water just to see if it would degrade or break down in any way. But it doesn't really look like it. It looks like it's gonna hold up really well. One thing with new soaps, I always try to load just a little bit heavy, but honestly, this time, I didn't load that heavy. I figured I'm using a synthetic brush. If it falls apart with an average load with a synthetic brush, it's not going to be a good sign from the rip anyways. But absolutely no problems here. Lather looks great in my opinion. The scent is there, very prominent. And upon the second application of lather, I still feel no fragrance reaction whatsoever. So that also is a good sign. Although I am pro strong scents, I still have a little bit of sympathy and understanding for those that experience frag burn. Although I find myself on the opposite end of the spectrum. I want scents to remain strong in all these products. I don't buy scented products for me to struggle to find the scent. I buy scented products so that I can smell them easily and often. Very nice. Very, very nice. So far so good, absolutely. I think I'm going to go with the grain twice on these side areas. Nothing but a bunch of peach fuzz on the sides anyways. So there's really no need for that ultra BBS on those sides. Might as well be gentle to those areas. And then down here on my neck where I actually do have decent growth, we will go against the grain. And if you don't know, I actually, some time back, made the decision to cut out a pass. So I only do a 2-pass shave, or like a hybrid, you know, like 2.5 pass, 2 with touch-ups type deal. So I made the decision to cut out the against the grain, and by removing an entire pass, I did find I experienced a lot less irritation, and my skin was in a lot better shape on a daily basis, and I could still achieve a BBS shave every single time, just by doing my with the grain and then against the grain pass. Still get BBS, less irritation. Another thing is kind of cut out a little bit of time so my shaves aren't quite as long. You know, the pros of cutting out a pass really showed themselves. Alright, let's go ahead and there's so much lather trapped in the beard. I could almost lather up for a 3rd pass, although it's not really necessary, but so could almost pull off a 3rd pass just with what's trapped in the beard. A very nice first outing with this mystery soap, and you know what, since I'm a little bit ahead, not crazy ahead on this shave, but since I'm a little bit ahead, I'm gonna do my little off camera touch up, which I have this crow's peak up here, and although my hair is long and unkempt at this point, I do enjoy a good lineup and fade, and I usually do mine after every shave. It's a little bit more noticeable when my hair is short, which Lee from Lee Badly Brewed on Instagram, he will probably comment that starting to look like a bum, brother. Time to go to the barber. And he would be correct. Lee is kind of like my official, unofficial timer for when it's time to hit up the barber. Because when I start getting the you look like a bum comments, then I know it's time to hit up the barber. There we go. I usually do that off camera after the shave, but since I was a little bit ahead, figured I might as well go ahead and add that in. A little DK trivia for you guys. Maybe one day in the future we'll do some DK trivia and see who knows the most about me. We'll tie it to a giveaway or something like that. All right, I will. Well, let's put the peasant towel to the side. We'll grab the Lancaster Red today. Very nice. The Havana Breeze was a very enjoyable scent. Definitely one that I will consider picking up in a larger fragrance oil, maybe a 1 ounce fragrance oil bottle or a 1/2 ounce. I don't really know what his size options are because I haven't bought a bigger bottle yet. I'm still kind of in the sampling phase. And it's pretty cool that he does offer these free samples when you make a purchase with him. He'll just toss them into your order for free. But they're also available for purchase if you want to hand select the ones that you're interested in. I know he's got a pretty impressive growing collection of fragrance oils on offer, so definitely worth checking out. Hendrix Classics Co. and seeing which fragrance oils you might be interested in and ones that he has on offer that you might already be familiar with. I'm going to finish today's shave out with a sample, another free sample of HC&C's Bay Rum Balm. So we're switching up the scent here. That's kind of what it looked like when I took the cap off. See? Definitely is a creamy texture. I'm just going to get like a little fingertip there. Smear it evenly and get some on the neck. Get some on the cheeks. And a little bit on the forehead. Now this here, Bay Rum does seem to have a little bit of that clovey vibe. So I know some of you don't like the Bay Rum with the clovey vibe. It's not honestly something that I'm turned on by, but if it's not too heavy on the clove, I can tolerate it. And this one is alright. It's in that area where I can tolerate it. Alright, and now my shave that would have been short and sweet is up to my normal longer than hell level. So let's close it out. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you still found some enjoyment with the shave. I sure did. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next one.